Okay, looks like we're live and we are good. Get into this. Okay, today we are in the Zibo 73800. We're going to fly out of, where are we flying out of? Las Vegas. We're going to head to Phoenix. Well, let's jump inside our aircraft here. Los Angeles. Oh, we don't want. What's all that up for? We don't want that. Let's fix that. I wonder if I can do it right here. What we've got. No, it's been a bit silly today. So I'll just quickly over here. And gonna put that. Go. So I can. Okay, so here we are inside. We do have our flight plan over to the left there, so we're just going to get into it. So what we're going to do first is we're going to put on. It's been a while since I've flown this. Batteries, standby power. We're going to throw down our emergency lighting. We're going to bring out these little numbers on. We're going to put ourselves no smoking, and we'll put our fasten seat belts to auto. Now we do not have ground power. Now we have ground power. Stand by. We're just going to monitor that there. So now what we're going to do is we're going to give ourselves some fuel there, and we're going to start our APU. I've got to remember how to do all this stuff. How about that? Hopefully that will come up. We're going to click off our little number there. So basically, sometimes I have a little bit of a problem here with the old, with the IRS aligning. So sometimes I let the APU start up and it seems first, and then it seems to be okay. But we'll see what happens today. Yeah, we are at Los Angeles. Sorry, not we're at Las Vegas, and maybe a little bit framey. I do apologise, but hopefully when we get in the air, it should be okay. We do have the weather on though, so that always gives it a bit of jumpiness. But I think we're okay. We're going to have a look up here. Let's see. This is my biggest stretch in VR. Is getting up to the IRS there, but we'll see how we go. So what other things can we do here? We'll put on our logo lights, put our strobe to steady any collisions, so no one gets sucked into the older. Oh, let's just throw them all on. Let's just. Oh, we're not ready yet, buddy. Just hang in there. Okay, so we're gonna throw on some. That's a bit of a stretch too, isn't it? I looked on SkyVector, there is a little bit of icing happening up there. Oh, look at that, it's working okay. So now we're going to head down to our FMC, and we're going to just get in here, and in it, and we can put in our Kilo Lima Alpha Sierra. Now I'm going to put our reference in there, and we're going to grab him, and we're just going to stick him in there. You can go into the next page and grab it from there, but this works. Look, we're happening. Looking good. So our ILS is aligned. That's all good. Now we need to program this little number. We are going to go into our route. Yes. S. To A. Upper. Tray. Hopefully that's correct. Looking good. Now let's go into the next page, and what we're going to do, we're going to have a quickly look over here. It's like perfume, P, fun. So direct. And direct to what row? There we go. That's direct. That's pretty much it. I think this is a star. Yeah, I think that is a star. We'll have a look. Activate that and execute, and we'll go into our. Okay, we need to look at our. How much fuel? We have a lot of fuel. We have a lot of fuel. We need to fix that. Well, that's something I did not do. Bear with me. Actually, I can do it. What am I doing? Let's do it here. Pop up that. Go in there. Light, weight, and balance. Edit. Okay, so what was it? It was 5.1, I think it was. Oh, very touchy. 5.2. That looks pretty good. And our payload weight. Here we go. What do we got to block? Can't see it from here. That is unfortunate. Let me have a look out here. Bear with me. Oh, apparently I'm. YouTube is not saying the right thing. Best change that to second Zibo 37. Hopefully that will change that. It probably won't, but get that in brief. Now we just have a look. Our what? Payload is 14.6. Okay. And we're going to get back inside here. And we're going to add 14.4, 15.7. Okay, that'll do 14.8. We'll go with that. Looking good. Okay, so next is, well, that's a bit jumpy. I've got a fly in here. It's annoying the hell out of me. We're going to put our reserves in at 2 and cost index. We'll just do 50. There we go. Cruise altitude 25. 9. Maximum of 39. Flight plan says 31, so let's do. We'll get back to that. 1. Surprised I remember what I'm doing here. Well, for now, departures. Departure 0. What do we got? We're departing. Now I can't see it. 01 right, if I'm correct. Flight level 26. It's not too bad considering that it's not a long flight. And now 270 070. If I remember correctly. So that's correct. That's correct. That looks good. What 143? Let's just change this. There we go. And 260. Let's just put our cabin pressure in. We may as well do this while we're here as well. I'm probably going to forget something today and it's all going to go wrong. 260. Come on. Oh, come on. A little bit twitchy, isn't it? Okay, did I forget anything here? My arrivals. Pretty sure it was... have to look back again. At 2.6. Always lots of looking around in VR. Next page. Runway KLAS-KPHA, we'll do that. And our okay, let's have a look at our legs. Man, oh, we have a discontinuity here. There's a vector in there, don't want that. Okay, let's get back to our page. Step. That looks good, doesn't it? Yep. Yeah, 900 miles. Didn't see a top of climb, but anyway, we didn't actually have. We just had a direct out of here's our map. Perhaps I should be putting in a... No, it just definitely said direct to, so we don't need that. We'll go out of there. Okay, so that's good to go. Now, what are we up to? We need to do... we didn't set our trims. We better check that. Takeoff trim is 4.92, which is pretty close. That's pretty good. And I think we're good. Okay, we're going to call the old truck to come and push us out. Oh, we haven't turned our IP on. That's disgusting, isn't it? Okay, we can get ready for that now. Just planning my pushback.
Ground to cockpit, plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready. Ground to cockpit, tow is driving up.
Thank you, sir. Okay. Now we can get rid of that. Let's just sit here properly, line ourselves up. Going to open up this. We're going to jump and unpin that little number. We don't need him. Like that. And now we're waiting for our truck. Do a couple of other things. Now, our isolation valve should have been open for a bit. That's cool. That's cool. They're allowed to stay on. Here comes our truck. There we go. What are we going to be waiting for here? We're going to be waiting for our brake, aren't we? What do you think, buddy? You ready?
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
Connect away. Nice little animations. He asked me for the parking brake because the parking brake was already on. He's going to ask me to release it though in a second.
So connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
There we go. Okay, he's going to let us start engines now.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Some fuel. Oh, we didn't put our APU bleed on. That's pretty bad. There we're going. Yep, it's coming up. We wait for 20 to 30. Why can't I put in my V? It's interesting. No, you won't let me put that in when I can't put that in. Okay, let's add some fuel in. Wait for that to stabilize. Did I miss? Okay, we're going to turn on the other one. We better put this gen on. Oh, there we go. Must have executed something there. We're going to give ourselves our... Probably shouldn't be doing this because it is producing drag. We're wasting fuel by putting the flaps out right now. Spoilers are armed. Let's these to rejected takeoff. That's good, that's good. We've got that at the right level. We will. Are we heading the right direction? This is a good question.
Operation complete. Set parking brake. Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Okay, now where is... Zero. Yeah, we have to get... Actually, didn't put myself in the right spot, but that's okay. Oh, I didn't add my fuel in. Wow, bit rusty. Not that I was ever fantastic. We're gonna add our probe heats. Both engines are started. Let's put our packs back. Oh, gee, that's a stretch, isn't it? And we're pretty much stabilized. That's good. Okay, we can get rid of our APU. That's good. We can put our strobe to rockin', that's what I like to call it. And add our gen, and I think we're pretty much good. This guy doing his thing. He's probably wanting to ask me to disconnect, which I'll have to pull up. Yep, there it is there. The thing with VR, you've got to look at, you'll have to look at your screen to do certain things. I've set the KLAS, which is good. And our friend is gone, so we could probably start taxiing. Let's line ourselves up here and start moving out.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal will be on the right. We'll see you next time and have a great flight.
Well, we are moving. Our runway is over there. So we'll have to do a bit of a loop around. A bit of a mistake there on my choosing where to park this little, push back this little number. Yeah, I haven't flown this for, how long has it been? A month or so, I guess. Everything's armed. Give ourselves a bit of a slight turn. This whole startup thing does take some time, but I guess you're trying to make it as authentic as possible. Not that I procedurally do. A bad turn, but what can you do? Okay, we are proceeding to 01 right. I need a plug-in that gives me the visually in here exactly the layout of the airport, because I don't totally know it, and I don't want to screw it up, and I think I might just do that. I don't actually know, because these are just monitoring, so I don't know if that really matters too much. The up at the AC/DC ACA-DACA panel. We're pretty close to the end of the runway. Maybe we can see it if we go outside. Oh. Okay, yeah, there it is. So we're going to have to chuck a left. Could actually move a touch faster. I need to move. Okay, you need to move over because you are in my way. Let's put you over there. That's better. We have left the center line. This is our wind coming from 270. Much more power. There's our runway over there. We got to swing left. I'm going to do this now so I don't forget. We'll put our engines to continuous. I should probably do that when I stop at just short of the runway. I really didn't need to look up all the specific times for the lights because something like the anti-collision lights, I heard that was mainly for, you know, making sure the crew don't walk into the aircraft engines and stuff like that. So, there's none out here. So, and also too with these fixed, I see some carriers as soon as they take off, they actually retract them opposed to waiting till 10,000 feet. So I guess everyone has their different rules. Been blasted a couple of times in comments because I haven't done things correctly, but that's okay. Oh, what we don't have is our yaw dampers on. That's a bit naughty. I don't think we'll have any trouble taking off here. I think we'll have enough runway, and I don't need to go right down to the end. I'm gonna just now. I'm using my 920 Logitech 920 racing pedals for my rudders. So, I've got toe brakes in them as well. So I don't know if that's what happens on the usual rudder pedals. All the Cytec ones and stuff, do they have toe brakes in them? I don't know. Okay. We're getting pretty close. Let's do that. Do that. I think we're all good. Getting a bit dark in here. Well, I guess it's the...
Approaching 01 right.
Things happen to our finally taking off. A little bit jumpy, I do apologise. This is the airport is actually a downloaded airport,
on
so
runway,
I guess
01 right.
we can straighten up a bit. Okay, it looks pretty good. Let's put our handbrake on. We're going to get ourselves up to about 50 or so. Brakes off. And APU is off. Oh, it's the APU bleed. Keep ourselves straight. Oh, it's a bit more rudder there. Oh, I've got a lot of rudder in here. It's going to push our nose down a bit. Now I have had a bit of problems with the auto throttle turning off on takeoff. I don't know why that is. Feel a bit heavy. The thing about VR is you lean over and do some stuff and you end up turning. Oh, it's quite bouncy up here.
400.
Hey, I don't have it anymore.
1000.
Well, no problems with the auto throttle this time. Let's see what other problems I can encounter. Why isn't that on? I don't recall turning that off. And up we go. Let's see if everything goes to plan. Why can't I? Oh. I can't seem to turn any of my lights on. Interesting. Now we do have ortho here. I've decked out some ortho. I have Washington, Oregon, California, Arizona, Utah, also, well, in the States, I also have the Grand Canyon. So I really like this side of America. Obviously, I actually like the color of it too. I like the brown look. It just seems to come across the best in the sim. Okay, we're heading through 7,300. Oh, well, we're not at 10,000 yet. We have a fault. That's because, I'm pretty sure that's because I had the APU bleed still on when the APU was off. So I don't know how to get rid of that fault. So we're going to put our engines back here. Oh, okay, so now we have a bit of lighting, but I can't turn these. What's going on here? Very interesting. Oh, like it's not nighttime. Well, that looks fantastic. Okay, there's our top of climb, that's good. Now, I don't know if I've, okay, there's 10,000. No, what we didn't do was turn off our auto brakes. That's a bit naughty. There we go. Looking good. Just trying to think, am I actually forgetting anything? Now, we don't have a long flight. If we look at our... There we go, Phoenix, we're looking at 1724. Yeah, it's decent. And 54 nautical miles to our first waypoint. And everything else looks okay. Leave it there. Take a look outside. Now I still haven't sorted this these thumbsticks to turn the camera while up here. Ooh, that looks awesome. I've been doing a lot of gliding actually, so there's some nice areas to glide through here as well. Now I do want to get, let's get inside again. How's our volumes out here? Are we okay? Let me know if we were a bit loud on the volumes on the... Oh. What's happening, VR? Actually, I need to flick back. Oh no, that's good. So how are the volumes, guys? Are they okay? Is the I always find that I don't have enough engine volume, any like sim volume, whereas I sound too loud. What we will need to do though, we may as well have a look at that, is ILS 111.75. Okay, sorted. Yep, TCAS was already on. Not seeing anybody on the... No. Pretty clear day out there, really. Well, low clouds. So I think I'm only running the default weather for today. I usually use NOAA, but yeah, decided to give this a whirl. I don't know which hits the frames the worst. Oh, that's another thing we didn't do. Didn't put our landing gear to off. Yeah, clouds are a little flickery though, but, especially in VR. It's a pretty cool valley actually. I'd like to soar all the way along, follow the river. I don't know what river that is. So Las Vegas is there, so the river near Las Vegas, I don't know what that is, but I'll find out. Headed through 22,000, nearly at our top of climb. Now, last time I was flying this, I was having a bit of issues with the autopilot at cruise level. I don't know why, but it was ballooning and it would come back down, but yeah, issues. Now it looks to me like we're obviously going to have enough fuel, so we can turn off those center fuel pumps. We don't need those. that's going to be our runway heading. It's pretty good out there. One of the things with VR though, I don't like, and I don't like for anyone who's watching, is that you can't do any flybys or anything like that. So, yeah. But as far as enjoying it inside here, there's nothing better than VR. But there's always a constant struggle of, you know, making sure it's all running properly, and am I putting the settings too far up, or do I need to pull it back? Do I run the weather? You know, which plane do I fly? Because each plane, you know, has more problems with frames and stuff. Playing on a normal monitor is a lot less stressful, but you miss out on the immersion. Now, doors open. That wouldn't happen this day and age. So, I don't know if people know, but I was telling someone the other day on a stream that this button here is not a mic button. It's your toga button. There's one here, obviously just under here, but it's a little tough to click when you're taking off, and especially in VR. You know, you're trying to look forward, and as soon as you turn away, it's a bit tough. So if you can just click this one, works pretty good. The biggest thing to overcome in VR is landing, and when you're trying to grab the reverse thrust, it's really tough. You can't even. There's a little green strip just down on the reverse thrust levers there, but it's really tough to grab. And so when you're trying to come in and keep straight on the runway with your rudders and stuff, you find that it's really, you wave around the runway and stuff, and you're trying to grab here. Whereas if you do it on the 2D screen with your yoke and your throttle, and you just, you know, you have a button, do reverse thrust, that's quite easy. Okay, we're at 26,000 feet. No funky business with the autopilot whatsoever, which is good. Apparently, it says we're low on fuel, but we are not. Anything orange or red gets on my nerves. So we still have about half an hour till we land. I should go get a... Actually, I have a coffee. Bear with me. Just look out the window there for a second while I have some coffee. It's cold. Ah, there we go. Well, hopefully everything will go to plan. I'm not an expert by any means. You've probably worked that out by now, but I'm learning, and I have had some issues with just the glide slope of the FMC and stuff, and they're not doing what it's supposed to do. And I don't know if it's like, just do I sometimes put the wrong cruise level in the FMC, so it struggles to get up where it's supposed to do. But the FMC is supposed to tell us when it can't maintain a certain glide slope. So yeah. How's everyone doing today? Is everybody out flying? Everyone's pretty quiet in the old chat. I guess there's no reason to ask questions because you probably know more than me anyway. So, but I hope you guys are flying well. For me, it is about 11 o'clock in the morning. So, yeah, we're got a lot of the day to go. So we're gonna. This is a bit early, but I'm gonna use 30 flaps, and it's gonna be 142. I actually started flying this a couple of weeks ago. It's probably about a month or a bit more. Obviously I haven't flown it for a couple of weeks. Because I've been gliding a lot. But I never thought that I'd be able to actually start this up and get it going. But I persisted, and I'm pretty happy about that. Let's have a look. Do we need to look at our terrain radar? No, we don't really. Because if we're going to do that, it might affect my frames a bit more. At least we're above the clouds. Have a look outside again. At least with this view I can actually have an angle on the aircraft, whereas like I can't move. I can move if I go to... No. I can use the arrow keys on the keyboard to move if I open up the display window and I have the cursor clicked on it, but I don't have that at the moment. Now I'm using FS Enhancer for the clouds and sky. I know they're not as great as like Enviro and that, but I just can't justify the cost of those two, especially when I'm considering getting another aircraft. Now, when it comes to aircraft, I'm thinking maybe the 757, just because it's on the way to be VR ready. So, which I read the other day, that's pretty awesome. Now, I did fly the 900, the 737-900 Ultimate the other day. I tried it in VR, but there's a couple of things that doesn't work, and I'll show you what they are. So, when I click, like, hover over the flaps, speed brake, the landing gear, and this little screen over here, they all highlight, but you can't actually move them at all. So, if you're wanting to VR in the 737-900, you can't. Not yet, but it's, you know, it's early days yet. I'm surprised though, because reset. Okay, let's have a look. Oh. We will reset our MCP altitude. Now let's see. Final is. Let's zoom in a bit. Oh, in, not out. Okay. What are we looking at? Jaggle. Jaggle is going to be 3,000, so let's do that. Let's get this back to plan. Yep, that's okay. Sorry, I've angled my head. I'm really lazy with that, I'm sorry. VR is doing a bit of bumpiness. Okay, so that is set. Now we're going to wait for our top of descent. We'll leave it there so we can decel. Where's our top of descent? Oh. Okay. That's interesting. I don't have a top of descent yet. I hope that's not going to be a problem. Otherwise, I'm going to have to go manually. Might actually. Oh, I may actually have to fly the plane. What's our cruise? Cruise speed target is 303. I assume that's because our wind is from behind, so it's gonna give us a slower cruise speed. Rescinded that? Awesome. That no top of descent does worry me a bit. Why I actually don't have one. Excuse me. I think mainly my big problems are the fact that perhaps I didn't enter in things correctly. Well, we'll see what happens. We'll see if we have what happens after decel. Yeah. A bit jumpy. Hey, VR, what are you doing? Oh. Issues? Don't know where that's coming from. One thing I shouldn't have done, I don't know why it wanted me to reset my MCP altitude when I guess because there's no top of descent. So what's our decel going to be? 270. Well, we're doing 280 now. We do have an aircraft coming towards us. Where are they? I think they're up higher, are they? If anyone knows why I don't have a top descent marker there, let me know. .8 nautical miles. Oh, awesome. Well, it's running quite well, apart from those little stutters. But I never get any crashes, so that's good. Very nice landscape. Oh, golf course, and we do have a little bit of an airport down there. I do not know what that is. You get some great views of the aircraft coming in over the golf course. Still got a little way to go before we get to our decel. But still very surprised that we don't have no, I'm just yeah, that's exactly how it looks. It's because it's a 250B. Just that the VR makes it kind of hard to see some letters clear, especially when they're that magenta. Oh, apparently VR does not like me tampering with anything. Oh, it was invalid. No, that's invalid too. Okay. Well, we're at 270 now. We are turning. Well, oh, we've changed our decel point. I'd like to... Yeah, I need to find out why I don't have a top descent. Because that could be an issue. Now, we're supposed to be at 17,000 in 17 nautical miles. That doesn't seem to be happening. Oh, I'm going to have to intervene. Where is... Yeah. This is... This is my issue. So hopefully we'll actually get back to our flight path here. See, once again, I don't know why that happens. And every time it does, it discourages me from doing the flight because things aren't going as planned. And I guess it just means that I feel like I've failed in my flight, you know, procedures that... There we go. Okay. Now, can I actually reacquire? No, it's not actually...
Altimeter setting.
Okay, we're going to need to be at 12,000. 12,000. And we're not actually level changing at all. So it looks like we're going all manual here. Which is doable, but it's not actually ideal. I want to actually be able to fly it and make sure that see, what I understand is if I'm getting to the right flight level of 12,000 before the waypoint, I should be able to hit the VNAV, and it should be able to take over. Isn't that correct? So now we need to get down to 9,000. Which doesn't look like we are reaching that. Looks like our green banana is doing the job. Well, if we have to manually do it, we will do it. As long as the passengers get there, right? Okay, so... Okay, looks like we have to hold 9,000 for a bit. Okay, and we still need to be at 9,000 for breeze. And 230. Oh. We're still... When you don't look out the window for a while, you miss the scenery. Okay, so 9,000. And the next one's going to be 7,000. Okay, well, we are descending, not really the way I want to, but nonetheless, we'll get there. Okay, 8,900, and next one is 7,000, and 230 knots if I could. Oh, well, we're going to need 210, but it's okay. That's interesting. No, this way. Well, this is something new. I don't. There we go. We'll zoom in a bit here. It's kind of a little bit more exciting than, you know, letting the autopilot completely do everything. Well, that's my excuse anyway. So we do have an airport somewhere. That would be over here. There we go. Now we just need to make sure that we're not missing out on our flight level that we need. So we're just about to get to 7,000. We're a little touch early, but hey, what can you do? And it says 210. It's a little bit bouncy around here. Now it looks to me that if I'm having a problem with my VNAV, that I may have a bit of problem with my approach as well. So see what I didn't do. I don't have the correct METAR. Let's have a look. See quickly. Pressure 2970. Okay, better get back in here. Okay, let's descend and maintain 3,000. Level change 210 still. Okay, 2970. I should have probably done this a little touch earlier, but we're not at the ground yet. 2970, there we go. Okay, I'm going to put those down and give myself some more flaps. And I'm gonna see if we can get this going. And our airport is over there somewhere. Okay, we're gonna have to increase this. Now we do need 3,000. Okay, we have a Vorlock. Let's put our autopilot on. Here I am sitting forward in my seat. Just calm down, Milo. Calm down.
As we go.
How are we looking? Oh, there it is there. Okay, we seem to be not descending, so you're not actually doing what you're told. Or are you? Well, we will see. Oh, wind shear. Oh, awesome. Okay, we're still going to maintain 3,000 up till... Oh, we do have a runway coming on in. Oh, there goes the lights. Okay, here comes our glide slope. You don't do me right, autopilot. Oh, wind shear. Okay, looks like we have a glide slope. Rockin'. It looks a bit windy out there. Oh no, we're heading into a single channel. Land 3. Well, I think maybe we should just let it do its thing. Although I'm a bit worried about. No, it's 28 knots. We're heading into the wind. That's not too bad. We need to add. Very rocky. Okay, that's 30 flaps. Oh.
1,000 feet stabilized with super challenges.
Okay, well, 1,000 to go. Yeah, with VR, she's very rocky when it comes to doing the old. Oh, wow! Really moving about here. Very rocky. Now, I don't know about the
Approaching 2-6.
rudders on the ground. I never can get enough rudder, so if we start veering off. Now my biggest, I'm going to put that to max due to the amount of wind that's coming. Oh, that should actually slow us down. Yeah, bring it up. Very rocky. Now my biggest problem's going to be getting that reverse thrust. As you can see, my yoke is going everywhere. Oh, I've got to bring it up a bit. Come on, baby. We're going in. Hopefully not in the... Oh, gee, it's really rocky. Settle down a bit. Oh.
50, 40,
Come on.
20, 10.
Oh, bit of a bouncer. Bit of a bounce. Yeah, there's such 28 knots. I don't even need reverse thrust. That's quite a headwind, really, isn't it?
80 knots.
Still trying to move me about. That looks like it's...
Make sure you have all your personal belongings before you exit the aircraft, and be careful when opening the overhead compartment. You're now
Come
free
on.
to use your mobile phones and small lightweight devices. Thank you for flying with us today. We hope you've had a pleasant experience, and we look forward to welcoming you again on another flight.
Well, I just flew in with my spoilers out, so that's bad. Why didn't anyone tell me I still had them out? Okay, I don't need to be holding that anymore. Oh, okay. Yep, bit of a boo-boo there. I did not need any spoilers on anymore. Although no, they clicked on because of the braking. So yeah, no, I didn't have the spoilers on. Get it right, Milo. Get it right. Okay. Well, we made it. Who would have thought? A bit worried there for a sec myself. Start the old APU up again. Thanks, Benjamin. I don't know about Captain. That's I think maybe Cowboy. Good job, Cowboy is probably more like it. But we did make it. Now we'll find somewhere to let the screaming passengers off so they can run to the hills. Oh, let's turn our brakes off like that. Flaps are up. Yeah. We survived. Who would have thought? Ah, well, you know, actually, apart from the FMC not doing what I wanted it to, which, once again, I really would like to know what I did wrong that it didn't want to do it. So I actually had to be hands-on on what actually happened, which is not a bad thing. I guess it's pretty good, but really, I guess you only really should be doing that unless when you know, you need to, like, if there's some, ATC gives you a different approach, or cutting a waypoint or something like that. Yeah, but we did it, and we actually picked up the ILS, which was good too. Yay for the noobs, I say. Okay, we might just grab one of these. I actually haven't flown into Phoenix before. I've flown out of it, not into it. Okay, we're going to pull out over into that little terminal there. We can turn off put our TCAP. Oh, we missed it. How about we get over here? Oh, someone's in trouble. Oh. I'm crossing. What's this joker going on about? Descend. Okay, we're going to slam on the brakes in a second. Oh. Did I actually... I didn't start the APA. Okay, don't worry about it. So, let's just start... Let's just say we've got ground power straight away. We don't have to worry about the APU, so we're rocking. Okay, so that's off. We take off our fuel pumpies. Yeah. And electrics off. We can leave them on because a lot of people leave them on apparently. Going to get rid of all this stuff. Engine bleeds don't need to be on anymore. Packs can be on auto. Trim air off. Yaw dampeners. Here we go. We better turn off the IRS before it starts yelling at us. And that's off. That's all set to go. That's looking where it should be. They look pretty good. Let me turn off all our lighting. Oh, that's good. Actually, I leave that like that because when I do my next takeoff, I would use the left one. That's off. Emergency lighting come off. What else are we missing? These guys. Turn off out. Oh, come on. Hey, I don't know. Maybe it doesn't let you do that until battery's off. What's going on? I can't flick anything. On. Off. Okay, I don't know what's going on there, but anyway, there we go, guys. We made it. I'm so glad that you hung in there and had just a touch of faith in me to get this bird down. I still want to find out what happened with my top of descent. So if anyone knows, let me know. I'd like to. No, I can't seem to turn this off. No, it doesn't want to go. Okay, we'll leave it like that. But thanks for the flight, and if you enjoyed my shenanigans, throw us a like or a follow on Twitch or a subscribe on YouTube, because we do lots of VR stuff if you want to check it out. I really enjoy doing it, and I'm glad to see people jumping in and having a look-see. and we'll see you on the next one. I don't know what the next one will be. I have been doing a lot of gliding, which is quite relaxing, so I may be doing some more of that, but I will do some more Zibo as well. So thanks a lot for coming, guys, and we'll see you on the next one.